Did you know that being a technical ninja is not enough to be a successful sales engineer?
Yeah.
That's right, you must also be a master communicator. We'll talk about it today on the Hits 5. Hello again, everybody. This is Brandon Grieve with High Impact Technical Sales, enabling and inspiring you to crush it in technical sales. When you think about what the role of a sales engineer is, what sorts of activities come to mind? If you're like most people, your thoughts likely jump to things like product demos, technical whiteboards, proofs of concept, among others. While those things are certainly part of the typical SE's repertoire, they really only encompass the technical aspects of the job. If you've watched my previous videos, you should know by now that I fundamentally believe the SE's role to be so much more than just techie. It's simply not enough to know how to turn the nerd knobs. Being the smartest person in the room doesn't necessarily equate to a successful sales campaign. In fact, in our video, 10 Characteristics of Rockstar Sales Engineers, Part 2, I placed excellent communicator in the number 1 slot. In our context, effective communication includes the ability to deliver a variety of dynamite sales pitches. A pitch is simply a specific message that one wishes to convey to others to garner interest, reinforce a point, or elicit feedback. There are several types of pitches, and each has its place depending on your audience and where you are in the sales cycle. The lengths, venues, and delivery methods often vary as well. Top performing SEs are masters of messaging. They can articulate their solution to different audiences up and down the customer's organization in a way that is relevant to them depending on their goals and technical background. All pitches should have one common goal in mind, however, and that's to move the sales cycle forward. While your solution or industry may dictate nuances in the types of pitches you deliver, there are 5 types of pitches that are table stakes for all high-impact technical sellers. We'll explore each of them today. But first, don't forget to smash the like button and leave a comment below. Let's dive in. Number 1. Elevator pitch. According to Oxford, an elevator pitch is a succinct and persuasive sales pitch. The idea is that you should be able to effectively deliver your message in the time it takes to ride in an elevator, generally 30 to 60 seconds. The goal of this pitch is to garner enough interest to earn you a formal meeting with the prospect. It's critical for SEs, and sales reps for that matter, to deliver an effective elevator pitch. In fact, I believe this should be the first pitch you master. Whether you're giving your pitch during a cold call, networking event, trade show, on the subway, or actually in an elevator, you have a very limited window to grab the prospect's attention and earn a seat at the table. A high-impact elevator pitch should include who you are, what you do, what problems you solve, your unique value proposition, an open-ended question, and a call to action. A good example might sound something like the following. Hi, I'm Brandon Grieve with XYZ Company. We develop cloud-based applications that help businesses maintain productivity while enabling employees to work remotely. This allows companies to be agile and flexible while ensuring the mission-critical work still gets done. One of our key differentiators is that we have pre-built templates that can be customized for each customer's unique needs. This approach reduces the cost and time required to be fully operational compared to alternative solutions that must be developed from scratch. So how does your organization ensure that critical work's getting done while employees are working remotely? Sounds like it may make sense to schedule a 30-minute meeting to determine if this is a good fit. Are you available later this week, or does early next week work better? Number 2. Customer stories. Customers only buy when they're satisfied that your product works as advertised and for their specific needs. One of the best ways to instill this confidence is through customer reference stories or use cases. This is where you share real-life stories about other customers who had similar challenges, needs, etc., and were able to get the desired results through your solution. What are the top use cases of your solution? Where have you had the most success? Identify several happy customers with your install base and learn their stories. What were the problems they were trying to solve? What solution did they use previously? How were you able to help them? And what results did you help them achieve? Once you've learned the answers to these questions for a handful of customers, minimum of 3, but 5 to 10 is even better, you have the knowledge required to share a good reference story. If you're not a storyteller, learn to become one. There are few things in the sales process that are more powerful than customer references. They provide your customers the assurance that they're not alone and others have successfully gone before them. Number 3. Introductory pitch. Once you've earned your ticket in the door, the introductory pitch is your opportunity to further elaborate on the teaser you provided in the elevator pitch. This is often called the first call pitch. But I believe this to be a misnomer because a true first call should be more about the customer. It's where you further qualify the opportunity through a series of open-ended discovery questions. Many technical sales folks walk in the door, plug their laptop into the display, and start blasting the customer with their oh-so-impressive PowerPoint presentations. This is a mistake. You should never give a product pitch until you've engaged in a thorough discovery and qualified the opportunity first. Otherwise, you're most likely wasting your and the prospect's time. If the discovery and qualification takes the entire first meeting, so be it. Ask for a second meeting, or third, or fourth, or however many it takes, and use that to deliver your introductory pitch. Once you finally get the opportunity, it's your chance to convince the prospect that your solution is a viable option to solve their problem or meet whatever need they may have. If you've done your homework and collected good data during the discovery, you should be able to deliver a presentation that is most relevant to your prospect. Your introductory pitch should reinforce the elevator pitch by providing greater detail about what you do, what problems you solve, and your unique value proposition. This is also where you may introduce the prospect to specific solutions in your portfolio, including key features and benefits, and how they solve the problem at hand. Whatever you do, just be sure to remain entirely customer focused. The purpose of the introductory pitch isn't to pound your chest. It's to educate the prospect and arm them with the justification they need to confidently move forward. Ultimately, it's about aligning your solution with their desired business outcomes. Number 4. Executive level pitch. The executive pitch is often the most difficult for sales engineers. However, it's also probably the most important. This can be a challenge because SEs are used to talking in geek speak. Totally understandable, and that is an important capability, but it shouldn't be the extent of your proficiency. Possessing the ability to articulate your solution and its value proposition to non-technical audience, including executives, is crucial. After all, they're the ones who generally have the authority to approve or deny your deal. If they don't understand the solution, the problem it solves, and why you're the best one to provide it, then the easy answer is almost always no. Many SEs believe that it's exclusively the sales rep's job to sell up in the organization. It is, but you should be like a Boy Scout and always be prepared. I sometimes pose the following hypothetical scenario to SEs on my team. Let's say you're at your customer's office. The sales rep isn't there because you were there to do a product deep dive or demo for the technical team. All of a sudden, the CFO pops into the office on a whim and says, "Hi, I'm John Smith. I've been curious about what you do and how you think you'll be able to help us with the blah blah project." What would you do in that moment? I hope you'd be prepared to give at least an abbreviated introductory pitch, but free of all the technical jargon and marketing fluff. You don't know how much time you'll have in that moment, so you must make it count. In the executive pitch, the focus should be more on the results and financial aspects of the solution. Speak their language. Terms like total cost of ownership, return on investment, and time to value should be part of your vocabulary when presenting to an executive. Now that's high impact. As always, before we wrap up today's list, please smash the like button and leave a comment below. If you haven't already subscribed to our channel, please take a moment to do that too, and ring the notification bell to get a heads up when we publish new videos. Also, visit our homepage at highimpacttechsales.com for more exciting content. You can also subscribe to our mailing list to be among the first to hear about the latest news. Finally, please follow us on social media like LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, among others. Number 5. Product or solution deep dives. Product deep dives are usually right in the typical SE's wheelhouse. This is the SE show, where you get to geek out on all the ins and outs of your solution. Whether delivered via slideshow presentation, whiteboard, demo, or other format, the deep dive is where the SE focuses on product features with the idea of reinforcing or enhancing the customer's understanding of the previous messaging. It explains how your product operates. This is not an invitation to show up and throw up. The idea is not to discuss or demonstrate every feature and function of your product. It's rare that any customer will or can leverage every feature of every solution. If you've done adequate discovery up front, you should have a solid idea of what's relevant to your customer. Only focus on those areas that answer their burning questions and demonstrate that your product can meet their needs. All that said, when you do get the opportunity to do your deep dive, be ready. Be prepared to wow your prospect. This only happens when you exude confidence, and confidence comes from competence. Know your slides, know how to navigate your product, make sure the demo environment is functional and available, and make sure you bring working whiteboard markers. The product deep dive is often the linchpin in obtaining the technical win, and remember, that's one of the SE's primary responsibilities. Without a technical win, there's usually no deal. So geek out, sure, but just be certain that you're always aligning your solution to the customer's desired business outcomes. Developing a proficiency with each of these pitch types will help elevate your game in a significant way and set you apart from much of your competition. It will make you a better communicator and trusted advisor for your clients. This leads to increased sales and ultimately bigger commission checks. Focus on one area at a time, pick one pitch and master it, then move on to the next. Through my own experience, having observed and coached many sales engineers through the years, I suggest learning the pitches in the order presented in this video, as they tend to build on one another. Even SEs need time to develop knowledge and skill set to master all the technical details of their offerings. It's best to start with the basics and grow from there. Plus, if you can't master the early sales cycle pitches, you'll never get a chance to deliver the more advanced ones later. You can always call in reinforcements if you feel that you're beyond your comfort level while you're still learning. But what do you think? I'd love to hear your feedback. Leave a comment and let's talk about it. Until next time, be enabled, be inspired, and go crush it in technical sales.